I was trying to do a thumbnail holding all of the books, and I couldn't quite get it because this one's a hardcover heavy one, so there's too many to hold. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, it is time for a book haul because I have acquired now too many books to fit in the little section where I have my my book haul books here. Partially because I got a whole series and had a couple of other kind of unplanned things. But we're going to talk through everything that I have acquired since the last book haul. The first things that I will mention is a couple of books that I had pre-ordered, which include Written on the Dark by Guy Gavriel Kay and The Witch Roads by Kate Elliott. These are both out now. Written on the Dark was in April, and then Witch Roads just came out June 10th, so pretty recent. Both of these I had advanced copies. Well, an E1 for Written on the Dark. I had physical for Witch Roads, which was super cool. And so I had already read, but I had pre-ordered the hardcovers, and so those finally came in. And so I'm excited to officially bring those into the collection. And then next up we have the one of the, I think the second time I've ever actually attempted to purchase something on Pengo, because the first time they never sent it and it took me like a month to get a refund. But I list stuff on there periodically, and so I happened to be looking around and I saw this, The Secret Books of Paradise by Tanith Lee. I read Electric Forest from Tanith Lee, which I loved, and so I was kind of curious here to try this, and this was one. I do think the author photo is not what I would have expected here, but I have no idea. I don't know anything about this. I don't know if this will be for me, but I'm curious to find out, so that should be a fun one. Then we have a series that I don't know a ton about. I remember hearing buzz about the first book. It's not what I've read. I'm not sure how I'll end up feeling about it, but over in Discord, I ended up doing a trade where I swapped a series of hardcovers for a series of hardcovers with somebody else. So now I'm the proud owner of Empire of the Wolf trilogy by Richard Swan, which includes Justice of Kings, Tyranny of Faith, and The Trials of Empire, and hopefully I will end up enjoying these. I have no idea. Like I said, I remember the Justice of Kings being somewhat popular, but also somewhat mixed with people. But I'll be curious because these are really nice hardcover copies, so hopefully I will enjoy them. I will definitely have to give them a try. Next up we have, because this one I purchased because Independent Bookstore Day was a bit ago. I don't remember the exact date that it was, but around me there are like 9 different independent bookstores. Within the furthest one is like 45 minutes or an hour away. Most of the rest of them are between like 15 and 30 minutes, and they were doing a thing where you could go around and get stamps, and I'm like, I'm not going to get to all of them, but I thought that would be fun to try and go to some different ones and get some different books. But my daughter, who I brought with, got really grumpy after the first store, so we only made it to one, at which I bought Absolution by Jeff Vandermeer. Again, I had actually read this already, but decided to grab a copy. I was a little bit mixed on this, but I wanted to have this to join my Area X collection, and so it's now I'm the proud owner. And so because of this, because I hadn't made to, and granted, some of them I'd been before, but there were some that were a little more out of the way I hadn't been to before. I went to another one more recently, and decided to take a look around and grab a book. And I ended up getting The Gate of the Feral Gods by Matt Didiman, which is book 4 of Dungeon Crawler Carl. And so because of this is where some of the bulk comes in. I was looking around and I was like price comparing what they are, and I realized they actually they were on sale online. And so I also grabbed the rest. So books 2, 3, 5, and 6. So I have still not gotten the first book because I'm holding out hope that maybe that freaking Kickstarter will someday actually be fulfilled. We're going on, it'll be, at least 2 years by the time we have anything. So this is why I don't like backing Kickstarters. But there's no way I would continue to back that, even if they do the full series, and that even if I really like the copy I end up getting. So I decided to cave and finally get these hardcovers because I wanted to add these to my collection. Even though this is definitely an audio only series for me, I definitely wanted to get them. So Matt Didiman's still getting some of my money, just not via Kickstarter for that. But so I grabbed those, and I'll have to find somewhere to put them because this is going to require, there's a lot of hardcovers here. It's going to require some reorganization for sure. So maybe we'll have a video doing that at some point. We'll have to see and see how that goes. So then we have just some other miscellaneous things. I did end up doing a book outlet order, and in my defense, I was mostly getting books for my daughter, and then, I just looked around to see if there were, maybe a couple of things that I wanted here. So there's a couple in there like that. First that we have, if you saw that very ill-fated random book box thing I did that went very poorly, the only thing I ended up keeping is this copy of the Chronicles of Amber Volume 2, just because this is like a really old copy. It's not in the greatest condition, but I just kind of thought that was cool. So this is going to be sitting with my weird find books that I'm never actually going to physically read, but that I keep in the collection. So that's staying there. But then I ended up grabbing The Silverblood Promise by James Logan, which my library has the hardcover for this. So I was planning on trying it out first, but it was on Book Outlet, so it's pretty cheap. So I decided to just grab it. And then I grabbed Asunder by Kirsten Hall, because this is an author that I'm really curious to continue to try. So I've now done The Border Keeper and Second Spear, which are two novellas in the same world that are connected. And they're just so strange and different. So I am curious to try more from this author. So grab that as well. And then I also grabbed a copy of A Crown for Cold Silver by Alex Marshall. This has been on my TBR for literally years. And it's also the oldest thing that's on my wish list. And I also had seen it before on Book Outlet, I'm pretty sure, as well. And I'm just always like, I didn't get it because also my library has this hardcover as well. And so I'm like, well, you know what? I will wait and I will just, check it out, see if I like it. And if I like it, I'll buy a copy. But I just came across it and I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm just going to get it because I feel like I'm not going to end up getting to it without the physical reminder to have it there. So ended up doing that. And then I did have one of my better, I feel like, half-price books finds in a while is just after having seen a video from Rabin from Only the Best Fantasy Novels, which I will link down below. He did a video about books that are just not your generic normal kind of fantasy. They're more unique. One of them he mentioned is The Mere Wife or the Mer Wife. I'm not entirely sure. By Maria Davana Headley. And this is one of several, and it sounded really interesting. And I just happened to come across it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to grab that because that was a video with a lot of cool recommendations. I'm very curious to try all of them just because they all sound like they're very unique and kind of different books, and I like to try different things out there. And then the other really funny, timely thing is I was literally listening to City of Lies by Sam Hawk on audio. And they happen to have this physical copy, so I'm like, great, it's actually in pretty nice condition. And so I'm like, I'm going to grab this too because I was really enjoying it, and I like to hybrid read when I can. So I'm like, this is perfect. So I ended up grabbing that too. And that one rounds out the book haul. So there you have it. Not a massive one, but bulky in weight because a lot of these were heavier hardcovers here. But this should hopefully be the last one for a while. I really have been doing pretty decent. I feel like since last year, we're not having particularly large hauls and not getting a ton of stuff. And I'm, I still end up getting some books though, so that's somewhat unavoidable. But I'm still excited to get to a lot of these, or some of them are just ones that I am adding to the collection and that kind of thing. So, it is what it is, but there you have it. Those are the books that are a part of this haul. So let me know if you've had any fun stuff that you've gotten recently as well, and or your thoughts on any of these books that are included here. Of course, make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the links in the description as always for it. The Patreon if you want to support what I do, as well as the Wizardly Enclave Discord if you want to chat books, whether any of these books, other books, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun and we'd love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.